Hey everybody, I hate not being with y'all in person. This has been difficult for me as it is for all of you as well. I look forward to a time when we can worship together, when we can pray and sing together, when we can be in studies and meetings in person once again. But in the meantime, we're going to start doing daily devotions. And we've got different people who are going to be reading devotions each day, and they're going to be coming from this book by Bob Goff, which is entitled Live in Grace, Walk in Love, and there are 365 different devotions. We're on the 83rd day of the year, so I'm going to be reading the 83rd devotion. Again, this is Bob Goff. His title for the 83rd devotion is When You Love Jesus, You'll Discover You Love Being Last in Line. The scripture passage is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 16, where it says, "So the last will be first, and the first will be last." Bob writes, "Could you imagine what people would think if we had a couple of shouting matches on the fringes of the church parking lot? We should have plenty of arguments at church. Let's just argue about the right stuff. Maybe folks would be more interested in filling spots inside if we arm wrestled for the worst parking spots on the outside. We're all creatures of habit. These routines and patterns can free us up from making many of the distracting decisions we would otherwise need to be tracking. This can be good, but there's also a backside to that wave. We get comfortable. We become grafted into our routine. We're on autopilot. We park in the same spot, occupy the same pew, go to the same restaurant afterward for lunch. When any of that gets disrupted, we act like it's an assault on our rights. If we're not careful, our preferences will become the most important thing to us, and it will show. Here's the problem. When we want everyone to defer to us on Sundays, we abandon altogether the whole revolution Jesus started. Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave," he said. There's no middle ground with Jesus on this one. Like he said time and time again, to truly follow him is to get familiar with taking cuts to the back of the line and coming in last. We ought to be fighting to get the worst parking spots at our churches, not the best ones, and not let it in there. That's what people are hoping to see when we talk about the kind of love Jesus came to give. Selfless, irrational, and sacrificial love. How can you get extravagant with your love today? It starts with mixing up some of the routines we've become used to. Every day we get another chance to shake up the status quo and extend love's border in our lives. Here's how you win in Jesus' reverse economy. Don't settle for the best spots. Fight for the worst parking spots. And our question to ponder for the day, how can you get extravagant with your love today? What a great question. How can you get extravagant with your love today? Peace be with you.